Hello, Justine D'Andrea here with Creative Faith Cafe, and I am here to talk to you about the Notes of Cheer card kit from Stampin' Up! To show you some alternative ways that you can use the kit, not just for making cards, but some other ways to do it. So, I am new to Stampin' Up! I have just recently joined, and I'm excited to show you uh, some of the cool things that they have. So this is the kit. It comes like this. It has three sets of three cards that you can make very simply. It has these beautiful envelopes. I love it that they have the different colors on the insert of the envelope. And then it has directions to show you exactly what to do. Look at these beautiful cutout butterfly cards. You have three of them. And these basically are just, folding them up. There's the directions. And then here's the next set. What are they called? Forgot the design that is. And then it has this is all pre-cut material. All you need is glue, basically. Everything you need for the kit is in there. So if you're new to Stampin' Up, this is a great way to get started. All right, easy to follow instructions. I'm gonna kind of not speed, but I'm gonna go a little bit quicker through the um, designs that they already have for you that are already printed out. So this is the first one. You'll lay that one piece on. I'm kind of going backwards because this is card number 3. Basically, you're just gluing in different areas that pretty lace piece, and then you'll grab out a little note of cheer, and you'll go ahead and it shows you up there in the corner to put some pop dots on it. So you'll just go ahead and do that. And then you'll add, it gives you some rhinestones that have a sticky back to it. Now, I prefer to um, add glue to my rhinestones. But oh, that's right. There's two different sections for this one. There's the bigger banner and then the smaller little banner. What does it say? I don't remember. Let's see. Um, it says, "I am here for you today and always." So again, putting some glue on that and adding it to the bottom. Now, just because they show you a particular way to do something doesn't mean you have to do it exactly that way. And that's what I love. I mean, this is kind of giving you the freedom to be creative. So once you start learning techniques, you can just kind of do your own thing. All right. And I think what I'm going to do in this one is I'm going to grab some, let me see what color this, I think it's buttercream. I'm not sure. Let me check. It is, oh, peach pie. I love peach pie. And I decided to go ahead and um, do some edging here around the card just to add a little bit of a color. So this is not in the instructions. So this is my added little technique that I'm doing. I probably should have done it before I placed everything on, but sometimes you don't think of stuff till after. And when if you're just starting out with using these type of brushes, you want to practice a little bit so you can get the pressure that you need to use and amount of ink that you want to use on your surface. Because as you can see, some spots are darker, some spots are lighter. It just kind of it depends on how much ink and the pressure that you're using. So um, you'll want to do that. It's so funny. I'm looking at this. I'm thinking, this is speeded up. I'm pretty sure I did, and still I'm going slow. It's slow. That's how slow I am. I guess at creative. I like to take my time and just relax. And that's part of why, if you notice that, I'll do a lot of my videos, I'll do the art part first because that's my relaxation time. And then I'll come back and do a voiceover because this way I can focus on teaching you the technique and not so much designing. And that just works best for me. When I do my lives, um, I'm usually there creating with you. So, but as far as videos, it's like my brain can't do two things at one time. All right, so I'm just adding some of the little jewels like they show you on the actual uh, instructions. Card one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's card one. And you don't have to use the same inside color that they tell you. You can obviously use your own. All right, let's see. Now on to number two. And that one is these cute little, they kind of remind me of stencils. So these are butterfly cutouts, and you're just gonna pop them on. I mean, it's just that easy. What a great idea. I'm just thinking you can do these with your grandkids or whatever and just let them do them along with you or your children. Great projects. Um, to do for, I know there's ministries that look for cards so that they can send them to veterans and stuff like that. All right, there we go. Step one, done. One and done. Then you'll go and you'll find the tab that says, You're on my mind. What does it say? You're on my mind and in my heart. How sweet is that? So you'll go ahead and put some pop dots on that. And they come with the pop dots. Since this part is kind of basic and you have the instructions, I did speed it up a little bit more for you. And like I said, I like to use a little bit of white glue. You don't need a lot of glue for it. They also give you, if you see there on the top above my right hand, they give you glue dots. I prefer to use wet glue. It just, for me, is my preference. But you can use what you like to use. All right. So there's card number two. Stone pack there or sheet. There are several different sizes of the rhinestone, so you can mix and match or um, whatever. Um, whatever. Okay. Following the instructions, placing some pop dots on the banner and placing it either where you want it or where they have it, totally up to you, and then adding some of the rhinestones. So this is the basic. This is how they show you that they've designed the card. Pretty much anyone can do this and feel accomplished because they are so pretty. They design them so nicely that they just make you feel creative. People, everyone is creative. We just all have different techniques and skill levels. That's all. I don't want you to ever be afraid. Who wouldn't want to receive a handwritten note in that card? All right, I am going to switch up here to show you a little something special that I did with this butterfly stencil type card. So we used it in the one way, You're on my mind. And now I'm going to take some modeling paste that you can buy at Michael's or online, of course. I'll put a link here that you can buy it on Amazon. Then you're going to use a palette knife, and we're going to do a little something special with this um, to just show you a different way that you can use the card. So you're going to use the cutout as a stencil. So this is how we actually had it. Um, if we were to just make it the way they had it, you would just put that on. But I'm going to take my paste and I'm going to put a thin layer with my palette knife over. And this is going to make a raised butterfly on the card. Try not to get it on the sides, but just a little bit amount, a little bit of pressure, and just a thin layer. And then you're just going to get, this is basically is a mixed media type project. You can also, if you wanted to color the paste with some acrylic paint, you can do that. But because I had so much color on the background of the card, I just figured that we didn't need it. So here you go. And then just because it's paper, you're going to gently lift it up. And there you go. So you've done basically kind of like an embossing with paste. You're going to set it aside and you're going to let it dry. But it's really a cool way to do something a little bit different. And you can reuse it a few times. Because it's paper, you're not going to be able to use it a lot, but I will show you here um, that I will use it on something else. You have some cardstock, some scrap cardstock laying around, just go ahead and do it again. I would say maybe you can use this maybe 2 or 3 times before it actually kind of disintegrates or gets too soft. So what I did realize is my camera wasn't on when I was doing this. So what I've done was I've taken that lacy stencil. Oh, I used some stickles. You can't really see it on here, but I did put some stickles on top of the butterflies. Now these are the ones that I let dry and I use the paste. I'm taking this and I cut it on a diagonal in the corners and I put it reversed on the card. So I apologize I didn't get that process, but I didn't have the camera rolling. And then I'm just going ahead and in the middle of each one of those circles, I'm putting a rhinestone. So again, just to let you know, what I did was after that the paste was dry, I added some clear stickle. Stickle is a wonderful, it's let's see exactly what it is. It is an acid-free, non-toxic glitter uh glitter glue type thing, but I mean, it's beautiful because you don't need a lot to put a little bit of sparkle and pizzazz to your project. And then I went ahead and I used that frame, that lace frame, and I cut it the corners on two opposite sides. I flipped it over so that it was white and I put it on the corner there. And I added the little banner that came with the card. And you can mix and match banners. I put some pop-ups on that. And now you have a different look to your card. Isn't that beautiful? I love the way that came out. All right, so that's just a different look. And now to decide, oh, you didn't see, I didn't show you yet, but I used this card. I used the other stencil that the butterfly, I call it stencil, but the butterfly cutout, and I actually used it in a Bible journaling page. Um, that's in a separate video. But what I did was I used it as a stencil, and then, oops, after each one I colored with ink, and then you have the outline of the color. So I basically used it as a stencil, and then after I used it as a stencil, I thought, oh, it would look really nice on a card like that. So I'm trying to decide which way I like it. And I think I'm going to go with the white. So if that doesn't make sense, you'll see there's a separate video that shows Bible journaling. I don't know if I'm going to put it directly after this or just put it into a separate, probably in a separate video. So just look for the cheer, what is this called? Notes of Chair Bible Journaling. Okay. So just trying to play around to see what I'm going to do. All right, now we got that one done. And I'm just going to add a little bit of stickles. This is a clear stickle. Actually, what is the proper name? Diamond. This is the diamond stickle that I'm using with the easy flow tip. And I'm just highlighting over the lines, and you only need a little bit. It really doesn't take much to add a little bit of sparkle. Just another different way to add to your cards. So of course you want to, I would let it dry, but I'm going to speed it along here so that you can see what I'm doing. But I was going to add some rhinestones, but it has such enough sparkle to it that I've decided just to add the pop dots and add the banner to it. And actually, I'm going to dovetail to make it a little bit different. We're going to dovetail the ribbon or the banner. There we go, just to make it a little different. See, it's just these little techniques that you learn along the way that you can just make it. Because I don't know if you're like me, but I get bored of making the same thing over and over. I hate to say it that way. I mean, when I'm in a rush, or not a rush, I shouldn't say a rush. I don't know. Just make sure it's centered. Mine isn't centered. There you go. Another way. Why was I doing this? I wanted to tell you. Oh, before you um add it to the card, you can also go ahead and stencil onto the blank card because you'll have an extra blank card. So if you wanted to, before you actually put the cutout of the butterflies onto the card, you can do another inking of something, whether it's if you want to do it on another piece of paper or whatever. But again, like I said, there is a video that shows me using it as a stencil in a Bible journaling page. So I went along and decided to use some inking, my peach pie, and some, what else do we have here? Pretty in Pink, and a little bit of the Shy Shamrock inks. And I'm just filling the card with a background color. I'm trying to think what I did with this one. Let's see. What is it? Yep, this one you can do either use the white part of the little lacy cutout or the colored part. And I decided once again to use the colored part, but I like the way it added a little something something to it. I'm going to use a little note of cheer on there. I'm not going to use the banner that goes underneath it. I'm just going to use that one. Pop it up and then put a couple of rhinestones on there. It already has the dovetail. You guys like receiving handmade cards? Who gets snail mail anymore? I love getting it in the mail. We just need to. Oh, so I like to use a marker, a fine point marker, and just go around an outline. I don't worry so much about keeping it straight. You can if you want, but I like to do it freehand. And then I'm going to do the same thing around the banner just to give it a different look. And then again, the rhinestones or the stickles, either one you can do. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different cards. So same kit, but not one of them is exactly the same, which is really cool, I think. Because if you want to use your creativity, you can. All right. All right, so I think that's about it for me. Um, I hope that you will maybe use some of these techniques. If not with this kit, with another one. You can follow me at creativefaithcafe.com or on Facebook at Creative Faith Cafe. Um, daily Bible journaling, devotions I like to do, and some other craft projects that we do over there um, that are a lot of fun to do and share. So I'm going to just kind of show you them all here. I just want to thank you all for hanging out, and I guess till next time. Thanks, guys. I'm just going to show you real quick. Look at them all. I didn't use that one, but you can use that one, maybe putting a background on it or something. But all right, guys, thanks again for hanging out. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.